right lane is closed. You're still on the fastest route.
You can join MSGCU. We're for anyone who's ever taught someone how to flip a pancake, play euchre, put on makeup, or parallel park. Anyone who's taught someone how to choose the perfect outfit, find the Big Dipper, change a tire, or play the piano. Because we know that even the smallest lessons can make the biggest difference. So we're dedicated
In 3/4 of a mile, take a slight right turn onto M39 South.
to services and jobs that are as friendly as our people. So if you ever took us it's not a Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union membership. Get the most out of it. Finances. It's easy to join. So visit MSGCU.org and see how everything we do is dog-friendly. Insured by NCUA.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
We sell investments that have commissions like and make commissions.
Use the right lane to take a slight right turn onto M39 South.
Doesn't sell any commission investment products. They offer commission tax rates.
Take a slight right turn.
Visit FisherInvestments.com.
In half a mile, take a slight left turn to merge onto M39 South.
Investments into things like
himself.
And what's the cougar doing now?
Still stuck. The legs kicked up as if it was faking like it was going to take off after the person. I mean, the legs splayed out. All four legs splayed out like it was going to run.
Splayed out.
And it
Yep.
didn't. It was like putting a move on a defensive back.
Still stalking.
Still stalking for sure.
Slowly, and you can tell the cougar's growling.
Yeah.
I mean,
Have
this
you
is a
seen the
hostile.
cougar like leap forward and kind of launch itself against
Yes.
us?
In
I mean,
1
like, it
mile,
uses its
turn
tails and
right to
hind
merge
legs
onto
to, like,
I-75
to
south.
Just like kind of,
Stabilize it.
yeah, and then like pounce a little bit, right?
Yeah.
To kind of get the to scare off the prey or whoever this man is.
Again, the cougars will spread the legs out. I've heard about that.
This is in Utah,
Still-
not Birmingham or Royal Oak.
He's still walking backwards.
Yeah.
And the cougar's close. Ooh, did you see that
I
one?
saw that, yeah.
Yeah, the cougar is continuing. I mean, that looks like it's about 10 feet away now,
This
doesn't it?
cougar, in terms of getting back, he's it looks like he might be 15, 20 feet away, but I mean, that cat can make up the distance in 1 second.
Okay. Take it ahead to about 5 feet. It's okay. Cougar's still stalking.
Yeah, still stalking.
This has been going
And
on
by the
for
way, it's a
5
beautiful walking path, a beautiful walking trail. When you see
You know
all
what
types of
ruins-
beautiful colors, reds and oranges and greens
Yep.
and purples, it's beautiful. Oh, why can't he take off?
Just turns and hightails it
Just
out.
turn and ran.
I do not know what happened, but this dude survived being stalked by a cougar for 5.5, almost 6 minutes. What are you
There's no
supposed to
attack
do?
either.
Yeah,
Hey, can I stop watching this?
yes, you can.
I just want to make sure you're not setting up for like
No.
the person come back and maul his face.
We wanted to know, Gator, what would you do? What is the move? How do you fend off a real out the wild Because I'll tell you, what he didn't do at any
No,
time.
thank you. I have a girlfriend.
Well, you just called the Birmingham Cougar at Uber or something.
Right.
That's how you get that.
Yeah, it's
Use the right lane to merge onto
I don't know
I-75
what to do.
south.
I don't know what you're supposed to do. I'm walking backwards because you don't want to turn your back on it. You want to keep your eye on it. I think the person did the right thing. I don't know if you're supposed to make noise, if you're supposed to stand your ground.
Do we have the audio?
Yeah, so you didn't hear it, but I mean, we do have some audio, but at some points he starts hissing because he doesn't know what to do either. I'd love for any wilderness or animal expert to call in and let us know what you are supposed to do. Honestly, because
Let's get Doc Anson on the phone. Sounds so busy right now.
is there a new Netflix documentary, Cougar King or anything like that, you know? But yeah, I mean, you pray and you hope for pure luck that what happened to him happens to you at some point. The cougar never actually attacks and decides to go back to her cubs, because that's what happened. She felt threatened because that first little kitty you saw in the video, Gator,
Yeah,
obviously was one of the cubs of the cougar.
that makes sense.
And so she sees this, this guy
Right.
kind of getting close and says, back off. And she pushes him like, who knows how far back he's thinking, how many miles,
Well,
a quarter mile or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, in 6 minutes he's
Yeah.
probably going at a slow pace. He's probably a quarter mile
Yeah.
at least. Yeah.
So she felt that she had pushed him back enough and then went back to her cubs, right? So here's some of the sound that, our listeners weren't able to hear.
Right. That's not how.
No, go ahead.
Is it
Go
separate
ahead.
houses on the same property? Yeah, well, Jansen's really upset about the cougar. What just happened?
Apparently it was Jansen. Hang on.
Yeah, I mean, I'd run away if Jansen started bowing his neck at me.
We'll get the sound and we'll play it for people.
But
it was.
Oh, you got it, okay? All right, let's hear it.
No! Go! No! Go away, please go away.
Please.
You're good. What's up, dude? Dude, you're scary. No!
Okay, all right.
No!
Slow down.
You're not getting me, dude.
Are you sure?
Wow. Yeah, not going back that way.
That was the end of the video when the cat turns around back. Honestly, guys, 2 minutes into that video, I would have had a heart attack. Over.
I probably would have killed over dead. Yeah, I agree.
Heart attack.
Yeah, and I would have been able to feed his cubs.
At what point he tells the cougar, I'm big and scary.
Not really.
And then he says at one point too, Doug, like, I don't want to die today.
It's a nice kitty.
It's interesting you show this video because yesterday last night I'm on Facebook. I'm going through and my Facebook feed. There's a lot of animal videos because I love animals and the sweet stories. People rescuing the dogs and stuff like that. I love that stuff. And Cesar Millan, who is he's the famous dog trainer. He puts out these videos about reminding people don't mess with wild animals. And there was a video I saw yesterday. There were a couple different videos involving black bears. One that showed up, literally walked across a residential street into some guy's garage, and the guy is like, "Hey, get out of my garage!" And because the bear was going for garbage, and the guy was getting close to the bear, and the bear like turns around, and the guy's like, "Okay, all right, my bad," and backs off. And meanwhile, he's still filming the thing. I'm like, where's the respect for these animals? There is none. And then the second video was, and eventually the bear gets into the trash, and the guy's got to deal with it, and then the bear leaves. The second video was a guy who was barbecuing outside with his family. I think he's down south somewhere, maybe in Tennessee. And on the grill, he's got some steak and some shrimp and some kebabs. Big black bear, and he's out in the woods. Big black bear comes over and starts pawing at the grill, and the guy's like, "Get away from there, get away from there," and he starts like shaking his beard at the bear. What are you doing? You trying to agitate the bear? What is this? Like, dude, that steak is not worth it. Let the bear have the steak, and then eventually the bear is like grabbing at the grill, and the flames shoot up because that's what things happen on the grill, and the bear's like, "Oh, okay, maybe I don't want this." And it kind of hangs around still. The guy grabs his steak off the grill. Nope, not going to get that. Like, really? Now you're holding meat in your hand for the bear to look at. And then Grandpa comes over and says, "I want my shrimp." Like, what is wrong with you people? Bear eventually leaves, but I don't get people sometimes today, man. Everything's about making sure that video goes viral, and you're going to make yourself the story there. Yeah, you're going to make yourself the story one day because you're going to be dead.
That video is pretty scary. The question is, what are you supposed to do? He survived. He backed up for 5.5 minutes while an actual in the wild cougar stalked him. But we have people that think they know what they're supposed to do. 248-539-9797. We'll get to your phone calls next. 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, listen, you get into something scary like that, you need to calm your nerves. How do you calm those nerves? You might want to have a relaxing drink of bourbon. That's what I like to do. Calm down. Relax. If I see that video again tonight, this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some Copper Craft bourbon, and I'm going to enjoy myself, because Copper Craft Distillery makes a really good bourbon. It's the black label bourbon. It's straight whiskey. It's really good. Really, really good. Higher proof, you're going to want to calm it down a little bit with some ice. They've even got a higher proof one that's set at 100 proof. That's very good too. But again, you throw a little ice in there, calms it down, changes the flavor profile. You're going to thank me for it later. If it's not bourbon you're into, maybe you want to try the rye, a little spicier. Copper Craft has rye. You like the clear spirits, you want to go with gin or vodka, they make those too. If you want things real easy, like tailgate type easy, gin and tonic, or this pink bubbles drink that they make, it comes in a can. Who doesn't love it in a can? Whiskey lemonade, it's all delicious. And every year from a local company like Copper Craft Distillery, it's from the west side of the state. It's awesome. And give it a shot. Try the bourbon that took home the gold at the San Francisco World Spirit Competition, the Denver International Spirits Competition, and the USA Spirits Rating. So it's not just me that says it's really good. Experts who know what they're talking about are telling you Copper Craft Distillery knows what they're doing. Learn more. Find us on CopperCraftDistillery.com. Copper Craft Distillery. Never when it's ready. Only when it's ready.
Wake up early, do a little studying, take the dog out, finish that audio book, finish that workout, then stop by McDonald's for breakfast and some for lunch to do it all before that 10 a.m. morning meal. There's a meal for every meal at McDonald's. Get all your favorites from the McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu. Like the sausage biscuit, sausage McGriddles,
that doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Care. Whether it's your business or your family's health, the more care you put in, the better it will be. United Healthcare knows the difference care can make. It's why we offer plans that support your physical and mental health. And it's why we connect you to care whenever you need it with 24/7 virtual care. Because like you, United Healthcare knows what care can do. United Healthcare. Plan benefits may vary.
Maybe you've noticed your friend sharing photos of what looks like fried food, but they're bragging about how healthy they are. They're right. It's the latest in cooking innovation, and Lowe's has Samsung slide-in ranges with air fry to help you get in on the trend. Air fry uses little to no oil, giving you the taste of your favorite fried foods. Plus, the air fry tray is included, so you can start cooking from the get-go. Order yours today via our app, online or in-store, and get free delivery. Bring home innovation this fall with Lowe's. Free local delivery applies to appliances $396 or more, U.S. only.
It's crunchy!
Creamy!
Sweet. Salty. Nature Valley sweet and salty peanut bars, bursting with crunchy peanuts, dipped in creamy nut butter coating.
Delicious.
Nature Valley.
The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip, it's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Now, text or call the ticket using the same number. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
No! Go! No! Go away, please go away! You're good. What's up, dude? Dude, you're scary. No! No! You're not getting me, dude.
Take exit 27 onto North Huron River.
Wow. Yeah, not going back that way.
No, that was the video. The audio for the video that we just had Gator watch. It is terrifying. And dude was a runner, and he was running through on this it looks like a mountain dirt road.
This is why I don't run.
Me too, Gator. Obviously.
And he comes across a tiny little cougar cub, and then Mama comes out of the woods and stalks him for 5.5 minutes, and he just walked backwards, filming it with his phone. And I mean, the cougar bluffed a few times, got up on its hind legs and pawed at him, and probably got within about, what, you say 10 feet? It was maybe the closest
I think the closest it got, was probably maybe 10 feet, which is entirely way too close. The fact that you could hear this cougar growling audibly on the phone is frightening. Because to imagine how loud it must be while you're out there. Yeah, I want nothing to do with this. But people did have some great responses on Twitch. You asked, what do you do when you're confronted by a cougar like that out in the wild? You got the inevitable, you buy it a drink.
Right, sure.
You should swipe left.
That one was funny. That one made me laugh.
Yeah, I thought that was
But we actually seriously want to know, what is the right thing to do?
Yeah, there are. Nobody on Twitch, I think, said what to do with the cougar, but they had ideas with the bears. But let's go to people here. Johnny's in Clarkston. He's next up here, 97 on the ticket. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Doug, how you guys doing today?
All right. What's up?
At the light,
Well,
use
so
the
my
right
20th
lane to turn
birthday,
onto
I had
Huron River Drive
an
toward
adventure
Flat
buddy who
Rock.
wanted us to go camping in the National Angeles Forest out in California. I lived out there back in the day, and
Turn
so
right,
he drew us
then
this little
turn
map
right onto
to
Hazel
follow
Street.
a pathway, and we got lost in the mountains. It got dark, and we were finally headed back to go
Turn
down
right
that way.
onto Hazel Street.
And just before we hit the pretty much where the end of the trail was, where they're at, there's a horseshoe. We saw 2 mountain lions, full-grown mountain lions, and just freaked out.
Sure.
And we had no weapons. We were exhausted, and pretty much thought we were going to get killed the whole time. I started singing opera music at the top of my lungs for the next 30 minutes. We were too far to go back, so I just said, we'll just make it to our friends. Hopefully they have a weapon, and opera music worked for me.
So you know opera music to sing opera music?
I'm a singer. I just sang as loud as I could for as long as I could. And
At the
just
stop sign,
waiting to get
turn right
pounced
onto
on.
Lynn Drive.
Wow.
Was it Pavarotti? I mean, what song was it?
Yeah,
What was it?
What was your go-to aria?
Oh, please don't kill me.
As long as you don't include the word hot dog in there, I think we're okay.
Oh, man. I wish I had a bourbon at the end of that one.
Yeah.
But made it
wow.
through. Yeah, it was
So they eventually just left?
Well, we just
Turn
kept
left
walking down
onto
the
Sweetbriar
pathway.
Drive. Then
Pretty
the
much where we
destination
were
is on
at,
your right.
there was like a ravine, and there was like a horseshoe trail around. And so they were about 70 feet away, and we had to walk to where they were at. And I think on National Geographic I had heard one time that if you come encountering a cat of any sort, just to be bigger than them. And so I just gave everything I had vocally, and
The destination is
we
on your
weren't just gonna
right.
stand there, so we just headed their way
31707
and
Sweetbriar
was
Drive.
just praying that they didn't pounce. But we saw the big green eyes, we heard the growl, and
Arrived.
luckily I'm telling the story now.